Sister-wise Janelle Brown refuses to compromise over this major aspect of new life amid 2025 Detox and Cristin friendship rumors. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown shared more about her life in North Carolina, revealing her refusal to compromise over an important project amid her 2025 life detox and rumors about her friendship with Cristin Brown. Janelle, who's been shown throughout Sister Wives Season 19 to be changing her life one step at a time, has been working hard to maintain her 2025 detox throughout the start of the year. While Janelle's been doing her best with her detox, there have been some major life changes she may not have anticipated when she started the process. In a new blog post Janelle wrote for the Tata Farms website, she shared that she's tackling her new space in a new way. Looking at things from her perspective for the first time without input from a husband, sister wives, or kids, Janelle explained she doesn't have to justify my choices or make sure they fit someone else's vision. Building a space all her own, Janelle shared that she's overwhelmed, revealing, "It almost feels odd to have so much freedom." Janelle's happy to have a home that's completely mine. On Instagram, Janelle, via Tata Farms, simply said, "No compromises." Although Janelle has always been true to herself to the best of her abilities, having the freedom to truly make her own decisions when it comes to every part of her life has surely been an exhilarating experience. She has been involved in a plural marriage for so long and raising kids for the majority of that time, so having the ability to choose things for herself was never something that came easily or wasn't met with some input from at least one other person. Now, as an independent woman, having the freedom to make her own decisions is new. Knowing that Janelle is going to be able to take the time to become her true self is exciting, as Sister Wives viewers are going to get to see the process unfold in time. While it's unclear how much of Janelle's new life will be covered on screen, her blog posts and Instagram updates have made it clear that she's dedicated to keeping her followers in the loop about what she's doing with her life on Tata Farms and elsewhere. Janelle's taking the time to get to know herself, reintroducing herself to her followers along the way. Although it may be somewhat daunting, Janelle's taking on the challenge of self-discovery with her newfound independence fueling her fire. While she may be feeling overwhelmed by having so many choices and so much freedom, she'll have the opportunity to finally sit down with herself and build her own portfolio of preferences. Rather than relying on the opinions of others or decisions she thought wouldn't rock the boat, Janelle will be able to really learn more about who she is at her core. It's exciting to know that the Sister Wives star is taking her life into her own hands. Janelle Brown stood in the kitchen of her cozy Flagstaff rental, sipping her morning tea with a resolute expression. The aroma of peppermint filled the air, a small but steadfast reminder of the changes she had made in her life. She had always been practical, the steady rock in the chaos of the Brown family, but in 2025 she was done compromising. The detox had started as a simple New Year's resolution, a commitment to her health and well-being, but it had quickly become something much more profound. It wasn't just about what she put in her body, it was about what she allowed into her life. Toxic foods, toxic habits, toxic relationships, it was all on the chopping block. And that included Cody Brown. She had spent decades adjusting, bending, making room for his needs, his wants, his whims. But the man she had once loved had made it clear, through actions if not words, that she was never his priority. She had watched Cristin leave first, and at the time, she had told herself she wasn't ready to take that leap. Now, she couldn't imagine why she had waited so long. When Cristin had married David Woolley, Janelle had been genuinely happy for her. But the rumors had started almost immediately, whispers that Janelle resented Cristin's new life, that their friendship was on the rocks. Tabloids painted a picture of betrayal, of jealousy, of a rivalry that simply didn't exist. Janelle smirked at the thought. If people only knew. Her phone buzzed on the counter, and she reached for it, smiling when she saw Cristin's name. "Cristin? Coffee date? Dated's off doing something in the garage, and I need to escape." Janelle chuckled before typing back. "Janelle, only if we make it herbal tea. Detox, remember." Cristin, "Oh, fine. I'll even pretend I like it." Janelle set the phone down and shook her head. Their friendship was stronger than ever. If anything, Cristin's newfound happiness had inspired her. Watching Cristin take control of her life had given Janelle the final push she needed to do the same. And yet, she still had battles to fight. The biggest one, the idea that she had to compromise, that she had to keep a door open for Cody just because of their shared past. The latest argument had been over family gatherings. Janelle had remained close with her kids, and despite everything, she still wanted them to have a relationship with their father. But Cody had made it clear that he wasn't interested unless it was on his terms. "It's not fair," Garrison had said during their last conversation. "He only shows up when it's convenient for him, when he wants to prove to the world that he's still this great family man." Janelle had agreed. She had spent years pretending it didn't bother her, watching Cody lavish attention on Robin's kids while treating his relationships with hers like an obligation. But now, she wasn't willing to make excuses for him anymore. Mary had reached out too, and that had been another surprise. There had been a time when their interactions were polite but distant, strained by the unspoken tensions of plural marriage. But now, they were both in new chapters of their lives, navigating what it meant to be independent. "I think I'm leaving Flagstaff," Mary had admitted over dinner one night. "There's nothing keeping me here." Janelle had nodded. "I get that." She had thought about leaving too, starting fresh in a place that wasn't tied to old memories and broken promises. But for now, she was still figuring things out. One thing was certain, she wasn't going back to the way things were. She wasn't going to let herself get pulled back into a life that no longer served her. She had seen it happen too many times, not just with Cody, but with so many women who felt trapped by expectations, by fear of the unknown. She was determined to be an example, not just for her kids, but for herself. As she grabbed her keys and headed out the door to meet Cristin, she felt lighter than she had in years. Maybe it was the detox. Maybe it was the freedom. Either way, she wasn't compromising ever again.